everyone, Mariah here. In today's video, we're going over the price of Bitcoin. I'm going to be talking about what I see Bitcoin doing in the short term versus the long term. Also going to be looking at traditional markets to see if we're seeing any correlation between the crypto market and things like S&P 500. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. Let's go ahead and take first a look at the daily chart. So Bitcoin here sitting at $37,000. We saw a little bit of a dip overnight. We were looking yesterday for this candle right here to get over the previous candle, and the high of the previous candle from the 26th was 40,855. Bitcoin didn't do that. As you can see, Bitcoin is getting harshly rejected by basically two different moving averages. So this one right here is a 200 DMA, this thin blue one, and then this red one right here is a 12 EMA. So you could see Bitcoin being rejected by both, having a really hard time getting over those two moving averages. So this right here, today's candle, which has about 10 hours left, the low came in at 35,127. So definitely seeing some weakness in Bitcoin, which is kind of surprising. I mean, actually what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and look at smaller time frames, and then we're going to go and reflect back and see what the S&P 500 is up to. Let's go and take a look here at the 12-hour chart. 12-hour chart, not really looking very good. So if we see, and there is about 10 hours also left on this candle, if we see this candle right here that we're on go below the previous candle, the low of the previous candle is 35,127. So far we've gone down to 35,198. That's going to be another bearish signal there on the 12-hour chart. So 12-hour chart not looking very strong. So far, things are not looking all that strong going into the weekend. I was talking about in previous videos how the 4-hour chart was looking really strong, right? Making higher highs, higher lows. As you could see here, we had a bearish sign as this candle right here started trading above this red one. And the low of the red one was the low 37,749. So a decent time to maybe scalp a short on Bitcoin if that is your game plan. Let's go and take a look here at the 1-hour chart. 1-hour chart is not looking good. We need a lot to happen here to see some, a bullish conviction change on the momentum here. So on the hour chart, the new hour just started, so there's 58 minutes left in this candle. If we can see Bitcoin get over the high of this candle, which is 37,304 in the next hour, that'll be a good sign. But it doesn't mean that we're out of the woods yet, because we need to make a higher high, which would be all the way up at 40,507 approximately. Let's go and take a look at the 30-minute chart. 30-minute chart looking okay. So, technically, if you consider this a high right here, this candle right here had a high of 37,389. So that would be the high that Bitcoin would need to get over, which it actually hasn't done yet. Almost, right? So if we can see over the next few hours, Bitcoin go above the high of this candle right here, which is 37,389, that could be potentially a good time to enter into Bitcoin. Let's go and take a look at the 15-minute. 15-minute is looking decent as it is making a higher high, but we're going to need, a lot more conviction on these other time frames to really be confident there. So the 5-minute is actually giving us some signs that Bitcoin could be picking up some steam here. And one thing you want to keep in mind is, let's go and take a look at what Bitcoin did at 9:30. Okay, very interesting. This right here is 9:30. So you can see here that Bitcoin started correlating with the stock market. So stocks went up, specifically the S&P 500. So right here on the 9:30 candle, Bitcoin jumped up like 1%, like right after the stock market opened. So let's go ahead and take a look at traditional markets. Let's go and look at SPY. So you can see here, SPY is having a pretty strong day. Let's go ahead and find that 9:30 candle, which is this one right here. So this 8 candle right here was a nice monster candle that opened up really nicely here on SPY. Let's go ahead and zoom all the way out at the daily chart. So I don't remember when, but I drew this trend line here on SPY. And you could see here that it was, held up nicely, and it continues to go upwards. And I think that we are going to make a new all-time high probably sometime next week. SPY is poised to make a new all-time high, and I think that is nothing but a bullish sign for Bitcoin. So ultimately, you could be, looking here at a, you could be, not the line that I wanted, you could be looking here at a channel a channel that SPY's trading in, right? So check out this channel right here. I could probably adjust this to be, a little bit more accurate, but I think that this is a really, really important thing to keep an eye on here. So the good news is that I think that if SPY continues to make new all-time highs, Bitcoin's going to do the same. I think it's going to prop up Bitcoin a little bit. So keep a close eye on that. Let's take a quick look here at Tesla. So I'm anticipating Tesla to get rejected right here. Like I would feel quite confident shorting Tesla at 658. Those words are not going to come out of my mouth very often in terms of shorting Tesla. Did I say shorting Bitcoin? If I did, I meant to say shorting Tesla. So as soon as we see, I think Tesla, it's going to be rejected by this DMA right here. I could see that happening at about 650. I think that might be a decent time to short Tesla. I might consider doing that, but I need to get that set up before I say that I'm going to do that for sure. So anticipate, I think, some rejection there. Let's go ahead and take a look back at the crypto market. Let's take a look at Ethereum. So this right here is a daily chart. We're seeing once again these thin red lines, okay? This thin red line that you see here on my chart, where you see like this one is technically, I think, pink. I'm feeling colorblind at the moment. So you can see here that the pink one is a 50, the green one is 100, and the blue is a 200, okay? So we got 50, 100, and we got 200. And you can see here on Ethereum, a ton of rejection on the 50. And I keep on saying that we're going to see a lot of rejection with Bitcoin, meaning the 50 DMA. So I think that Ethereum could potentially be, shut down by this 50 DMA over an extended period of time, while Bitcoin still has some room to run. So I can anticipate Bitcoin kind of running up to about 45 to 48,000, while Ethereum is continuously getting rejected by the 50 DMA. So, that kind of makes me tempted to want to sell some Ethereum and buy more Bitcoin at these price points. Let's take a look here at the Ethereum BTC pair. So what I see right here personally is I don't see a lot of strength when it comes to Ethereum. We would need to make a higher high here on the daily, which is going to be, in my opinion, I don't think it's going to happen. So we would need to see a higher high. That's like a 17% move. I don't really see that happening. I might consider selling off some of my Ethereum and going into Bitcoin into the short term. I think that might be a really good play there. I don't know how big that I'm going to take on that position, but could be a possibility. Let's go and take a look at smaller time frames here. So let's see. The low of this candle right here is 0.07156, 0.07081. Okay, so we've made a this red 2 has traded below the red 1, which is bearish. Okay. The more I look at these charts, and I'm looking at them today for the first time with you guys, the more I look at these charts, the more I'm like, I think I should sell a good chunk of my Ethereum and go into Bitcoin. Let's go ahead and take a look here at the 4 hour. 4 hour isn't looking nearly as bad, but, like I said, I think it's not a bad time to be trading if you have some Ethereum, trading that over for Bitcoin. So, you know what? I'm actually going to do that right now. I'm going to put my money where my mouth is, because to me, I don't typically see a lot of setups that I'm just like, that looks like a home run. That looks like a home run to me. So let's go and log in here to Coinbase Pro. Let's go over to Ethereum, BTC. You can see here, if I want to buy 1 Bitcoin, it's going to take me 14 Ethereum. I only have 7 Ethereum in this particular account. I'm going to go ahead and do a limit order. I'm going to go ahead and take a look at the smaller time frames to find a good entry point. So this is a really good example of my thought process behind making a move like this, which in this kind of market conditions, I'm not making a ton of moves. I'm kind of just sitting and waiting. I'm not saying that's the best thing to do, but that's my approach. That's what I feel most comfortable doing. Yeah, no, this looks like something that I want to enter and that I want to enter soon. Max. Okay, so I just clicked the max button. So you can see here my price point, I was filled at 0.06967. I am up just slightly, I think this could have been a really great time to enter this. We'll see how this develops over time. Let's go and take a look at the 1 minute chart, which is trending downwards. You know, I think that this might have been a better point to enter, but I'm okay with my position. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see here if we see support here at this level. Let's go and take a look at some other coins. Dogecoin at 31 cents, DOT at 22.57 across the board. Many things are down between 5 and 10%. We have BNB at 338, EOS at 631, Filecoin at 68.05, XTZ at $3.57, Mana at 84. Let's take a look at Matic. Matic's been really quite interesting. Let's take a look at the daily chart on Matic. You know, Matic's chart looks very different than a lot of the other charts here. And, you know, I think it could make new all-time highs. There is that possibility. Some strength here on the 1 hour chart. Let's see if we can, by the end of the day, see this green 2 go above the green 1, which the high of this candle is 205, so not too far away from that. I'm going to go and end this video here. If you'd like to support my channel, you can check out all the links down below to get yourself some free Bitcoin. And go out there, have a great weekend, spend some time outside. That's what I'm planning on doing. That's all I have for you today. As always, go out there and create a portfolio that you love.